Here.
Ms. Cristobal?
Here.
Ms. Giovanni?
Here.
Ms. Holmstead?
Here.
Mr. Scher?
Here.
Mr. Stampone?
Here.
Mr. Toad?
Here.
Ms. Wadsworth?
Here.
Ms. Calderon?
Here.
Notice of the November 3rd, 2025 meeting of the Board of Education was emailed to the clerks and boroughs of Essex, Fells, North Fall, and Roseland, and to the Township of Fairfield, and to the editor of the Progress on January 7th, 2025, and the Star Ledger on the same day. I had the privilege of attending two events here in this past couple of weeks. The first one was the band tournament, and I was very honored to be able to give out a trophy. And of course, West Essex came up high in rankings, as always, but it was a great event. It was really it was a beautiful day, a little chilly, but it was a great event. Ms. Swanick's team did a great job, and I was just privileged to be able to be a part of it and give out the trophy. The next event that I was able to attend was the middle school trick-or-treat Halloween walk, which they did in conjunction with a walk for breast cancer. And as being a 3-year survivor out right now from breast cancer, it was just so nice and heartwarming to participate with all the kids. The staff had phenomenal costumes. I think the staff kind of enjoyed it better than the kids because they went all out. They truly did. It was a beautiful day, a tad bit windy up there, but October is, I was able to participate also in a walk in Cedar Grove, and if anyone has any free time, I know this is aside from West Essex, but there's a group called Minetti's Angels, and it's an organization which works within our communities right here, and they really do support the families. So, they give gift baskets, gift cards. I just started volunteering for them a little while ago. If, someone needs to be driven to chemo, or the kids need to be picked up or whatever, it's just another layer to support the families who are going through this horrible disease, but just to make more normalcy in their lives. So if you ever have an organization that you would really love to volunteer for, and they also take donations. So it was just nice to see that West Essex, they've done a lot of wearing pink on Fridays, and it's just nice to see that we go outside of just the school community and that which affects our children specifically, the academics or the sports, but that we do the next layer, because we don't know how many people within our own little community is going through it, and these kids could use some support and the families could use the support. So I know for me, my personal experience is being that I had a wonderful support team, and that carried me through it, whether it was family, friends here on the board. That's what it's all about, to maneuver through it. And I was just grateful that I was asked that I could come and attend it. So those were my two reportings. Go ahead, Ray.
So I also attended the Tournament of Bands with you. I was privileged enough also to hand out a trophy. Great day, spectacular weather for the event. I've been there numerous times when it's been horrible weather. This was a great day. Bands were tremendous. West Essex, of course, did #1 in their division, so great, spectacular day for that. Also attended the cabaret. So I guess this is their second year of doing the cabaret, and keeps getting better. The students are just so very talented. I mean, it's amazing watching them just get up there and perform, and did a really spectacular job.
I actually received a video from another teacher son. She's like, I gotta
Yeah.
say this.
Oh yeah, it was really great. So.
Great, thank you. Anyone else? Ruth?
I attended soccer senior ceremonies as a mom. But I'll say one is the Booster Club did a phenomenal job. I think, they're volunteers, and we should definitely recognize them. But also I think in general, West Essex does ceremony very well. That these monumental moments in your child's life or in the life of a family, you really feel very special as a finale. So excellent job, Oliver.
in November.
Wild.
So as you know, Dr. Dunleavy has announced her decision to step down from her position as principal of West Essex Middle School, effective December 31st. On behalf of the district, I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Dunleavy for her leadership, dedication, and service to our students, staff, and families throughout her tenure. Her positive influence and contributions to our middle school community have been truly meaningful, and we wish her the very best in her future endeavors. As we look ahead, I'm pleased to be recommending Mr. Cesar DiLiberto to serve as the interim principal of our middle school, effective January 1st. Mr. DiLiberto is a highly respected and experienced member of our administrative team with over 14 years of dedicated service to the district. He has successfully led in multiple capacities, including as assistant principal and principal of our high school, and currently as the assistant superintendent of schools. At the same time, the district has launched a comprehensive search process to select the next principal of West Essex Middle School. Candidates will participate in multiple rounds of evaluation and interviews to ensure that highly qualified and visionary leaders are considered. Our goal is to identify a dynamic, student-centered educator who embodies the district's core values.
Mr. Joshi, when do you anticipate starting this? I know you're just in the stage
Yeah.
of gathering all the resumes.
Likely, we will be starting maybe the week after Thanksgiving. Okay. We're confident under Mr. DiLiberto's interim leadership and through our thoughtful selection process, West Essex Middle School will continue to thrive. Just a couple other brief announcements. Just a reminder, the district is closed Thursday and Friday of this week due to the NJEA Teachers Convention. We will be having delayed openings for seniors who are not testing, and Mr. DiLiberto will talk about the testing in his report tonight. But basically on November 5th, November 10th, and November 12th, we'll be running some field testing, and many of our seniors are not taking that test, so they'll be permitted to come in late. Seniors that are required to test, they know who they are, they will be in the building. And then just a reminder, Thanksgiving recess, we have a half day on November 26th, followed by the school being closed on Thursday the 27th and Friday, November 28th. And that's all I have for tonight.
All right, wonderful. Good evening, everyone. Last month, I gave the annual assessment report, and at that report, I did reference what this slide is and what I'm going to talk about right now, because it's here, it is upon us. So in mid-August, about 2 weeks before we started the school year, the state announced that the format for all standardized testing was changing to an adaptive format for NJSLA and for NJGPA. And in addition to that, all districts statewide will be participating in a field test. So this is something that all school districts are doing right now. And virtually, so it really applies to grades 4 through 11. But as far as we're concerned at West Essex, it is for grades 7 to 11. So virtually every single student in our district is participating in this field test, with the exception of some seniors, but we still have about 130 seniors that are taking a math test. So for ELA, what that means is all students in grades 7 through 11, they're just going to take the appropriate grade level ELA class, and it's really based on the standards from the previous year. For math, all students in grades 7 through 9 are taking grade level appropriate math tests, and any students who were enrolled last year for the 24-25 school year in either Algebra 1, Geometry, or Algebra 2. So that goes from freshmen all the way to some seniors that we still had in Algebra 2 or Geometry last year. We have those 3 dates, November 5th, 10th, and 12th. All testing will begin at 8 o'clock. and lasts for approximately 60 minutes of testing time. Following that testing time, then both schools will operate on a 90-minute delayed opening schedule. But this is actually one of the first times where we've actually had the entire district testing at once. So kind of excited to see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be pretty fluid, but you never know. I have complete confidence, however. And that's it, the field test. Questions? All right.
Sure you don't want to stay up here, middle school principal? Oh, Melissa, are you up first? Oh, okay. Sorry, I rushed.
Alright, so, right now, just a big struggle with the students. Just a big struggle with the students and even some teachers. During our lunch period, we had something called Math Lab, which is just tutoring. And me and the students, of course, we appreciate this program that the school provides for us. Not every school has this, so it is a privilege. Just the biggest struggle with it is there is always like one teacher in there, just one math teacher, and like 20 students, 10 to 20 students in there. And our math teachers are great, but with the lack of teachers in Math Lab, not every student really gets the full help that they need. And so a lot of the time they don't have the time to finish assignments, get tests done, get the help that they need for tests and just projects that we have. So that's a big struggle with us right now. So I think just a good idea for that would be just more math teachers, whether it's like the ones at West Essex or just hiring some tutors, just things like that. Any questions? That's it for Math Lab. But another thing was I thought me and many students came up with this idea for like some kind of late policy with students who are in their season of like sports or students who have jobs. We thought it would be a good idea for students and their teachers to come up with some kind of agreement to have extra time on their work. A lot of the teachers are very generous with it. Sometimes it's just not enough. Unfortunately, with like schedules with students with their work and with their sports, sometimes it can pile up and just be a lot, whether it's just one class or many classes. So I think if students and their teachers come up with an agreement based off their schedule for work and for sports, just for more time on their work, that would be a good idea. And they can always show, proof of schedule for work, proof of schedule with their sports and all those. And that's it for that. And another idea that we all had was our locker rooms. Obviously, they're old. A lot of the time, like they're beat up. Lots of the locker rooms, like the locks, there's no locks on the doors, and the bathrooms are flooded. They don't work. No locks on those as well. And for some sports, like soccer, they have their own locker rooms, which they recently got to redo their own locker rooms. But for sports with volleyball and with basketball, they have to use the same locker rooms that are used during school hours. So, a lot of students during school break down these locker rooms. So it would be nice to just have, renewed locker rooms that are just built better, more professional for the sports, all those things. And that's basically it.
That is so nice to have a report like that. Oh my gosh. Thanks.
We appreciate the fact that we're getting, some really good ideas and things that we don't know on a regular basis because we don't walk through the halls. So, keep them coming, we will discuss it as we work with the administration and, have open dialogue and see what things to do going forward.
Hello.
Not much to report. Tonight, the board did conduct site visits in both the high school and the middle school to see the critical areas of need. The next referendum meeting will be November 13th at 6 p.m. Am I right, James? 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
at 6 p.m. here. There will be more discussion about the project list. That'll all start to get fine-tuned and a budget put out to the public. So we're not there yet, but November 13th should be the hopefully night. That's all I have.
Before you start, the whole board wants to just say congratulations. We know that you're doing this for your best for your career, and we wish you all the best in the world. We will miss you here and everything that you brought to the table here at the middle school. But as you and I have spoken, we understand that you have to make choices, and sometimes your career and your pathway changes, and so we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, bittersweet being here tonight. Same speaking to the staff. I got a little emotional with the staff. You know, you're with these people every day, and just forming relationships is really, really powerful. So I just want to express my gratitude to Mr. Machochi and to the board for giving me this opportunity back in 2019. You know, I'm in year 7 right now, and how far we've come. I didn't know 6 months later we would hit COVID and all of the challenges we faced with COVID. But if you've ever seen me present at a parent meeting, you've probably heard me say that I'm the proud principal of West Essex Middle School, and that's actually how I always felt. I said that very intentionally so that people knew that I was proud to represent the students and the staff of the middle school. So I'm very grateful for my time here. I've learned so much about the middle school child, not only as an educator, but as a parent. It's just really helped me kind of be very well-rounded. So I will definitely value my experiences here. You know, working with the team, when you're a building principal, it's almost like parenting, where you hope that you kind of take the last generation and kind of move the next generation forward, if that makes any sense. So Dave Montgomery and Lisa Tamburi and Viv Popad and others before me put me in a place, right? They set the stage and allowed me to be successful, and I hope that I've then set the stage for the next candidate to come in and to kind of carry the baton. Some of the items listed on the board are what I'm most proud of, and it's not that I did this individually, it's that we did this as collectively as a team. Our Academic Foundations course, which is designed to help struggling learners, is really something I'm very proud of. Our Math Mastery program allowing middle school students to retake assessments, right? That's a standards-based grading philosophy that I'm proud of. Our We Care core values, We Lead, our peer leadership program. We modeled it after the high school, but that was something that we started here shortly after COVID. We expanded that into Read Across America, the kids going back to the elementary schools every year. What a powerful way to give back to the schools. That's part of the legacy, and then esports and spring musical. So there's a lot that we've done, I feel like, in a short period of time collectively, and I'm very appreciative for the opportunity. But enough about that. Let's go on to some of the things going on at the middle school. We have our No Place for Hate. Thank you to Lisa Hulse and the counseling team. This year's theme is going to be Harmony Happens When Every Note Counts. They went into English classes, the kids signed the annual pledge, and began their lessons. So that is underway. As you may recall, October is School Safety Month, so we started that in October. Chris Poulos' assembly was pretty wild. So Chris Poulos is a professional BMXer. Mr. Machochi came to this, and this is actually him, like, doing all sorts of stunts. That's not Damien, no. No. But that's him, like, doing all these stunts. It was pretty amazing, and it was actually very engaging. The kids were, like, very focused on him, and he was very basic, just talking about, you know, be kind to others. And he said this, I get hired because I'm flexible and I'm kind, so people bring me back. He talked about following his passion, but also having backup plan and going to college and things of that nature. And he also talked about, like, he's talented because he puts in the time and the effort. And I thought that the message was really powerful for the kids, just emphasizing character education, being kind, and those anti-bullying conversations. So that was really cool. Thank you to the high school for allowing us to use their gym. We did our PTO-sponsored Cookie with a Cop. So here we are with police officers from various departments locally. The PTO donates the cookies, and then our police officers go through all our eating locations, and the kids devour the cookies. So that's a wonderful opportunity to have them in the building and so that the kids are comfortable with them in the building. We had our Spirit Week and our middle school pep rally. Thank you again to the high school for the marching band and the cheerleaders and the dance team and everyone that kind of makes this event really fun for us. And our student council hosted this event, so that was a lot of fun. That was, I think the pep rally was 2 Fridays ago? I'm losing track now, because last Friday was Halloween. So Deb had mentioned being at the Halloween walkathon for breast cancer awareness. So this is Tiffany Hammond in the middle, who is me, and Michelle Souse, who is Jeff, Mr. Martin. When I saw them in the morning, to say that I was hysterical would be an understatement. I mean, Tiffany had me nailed from the Nike sneakers to the bracelets to the glasses, everything. So it was pretty cool. Student council raised just under $1,300 that they're donating to breast cancer research. Congratulations to our middle school girls field hockey team for their 13th straight championship. Our coaching staff, really congrats to all of our sports teams at the middle school, but in particular, field hockey won the title again this year. And the big news of the night is the Washington, D.C. trip is coming back. I really want to commend Jim Massa, our advisor, every year since COVID. The last time we had this trip was prior to me coming. It was in the spring of 2019. It was planned for 2020 but got canceled because of COVID. We feel like the building is finally in a really good place where we're able to bring it back. So I want to thank Mr. Machovici and the board for kind of supporting this, and Mr. Massa, like I said, for just every year kind of saying, like, can we do this, can we do this? We also had a faculty advisory committee who also provided input and felt like the building and the kids were ready. So it's going to be March 19th and 20th, 2 days, 1 night. We do take coach buses, and some of our, the locations that we would go to, the various memorials, this definitely aligns with our social studies curriculum, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, MLK National Memorial, and so on. The Capitol, the White House, and so on, and dare I leave off the dance party that the kids will probably actually enjoy the most, right? Like, I don't know how much of the sightseeing, but it's just a wonderful opportunity for them to connect the curriculum, and so just want to thank the board for supporting this. We'll be communicating this out to the students and to the staff and to the parents tomorrow. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Good evening. All right, so marking period 1 just concluded, and so our ShopRite stars have been named. For academics, we have Kosh Sai, they're all grade 12 students. Athletics, we have Addie Manella for field hockey. In the arts, we have a choir member, Emma Riley Casper. Leadership, we have Michael Corbo for his work on the student council. And for our service to the community, we have Nicholas Del Vescovo for his work on our first aid squad. So we're really proud of those students. And I want to say thank you to the staff members who nominate them. We had more nominations this year than we've had in the past couple of years, and that just speaks to the culture of the school. We also just received the AP Capstone Diploma recipients. And so only 27,650 students from around the world earn this distinction. To earn the capstone diploma, they have to pass the AP seminar and the AP research exam, as well as 4 other AP exams. So for the year of 2025, we have 4 of our graduates, Brooke Comfortberg, Allison Randall, Sophia Rosen, Harold Schrem, and our current 12th grader, Siddharth Suknan. So we're very proud of them, and congratulations to them and their hard work. I know Ms. Blanchard's here in the audience, and she knows the work that goes into it as she leads the courses. For our culture and climate, we are starting the No Place for Hate pledge the week of November 10th in the English classes. This year, our Culture and Climate Committee decided on the theme, Linked Together, We Are United Against Hate. So when the students dive into the lesson, they're going to go over the language that's in the pledge. They're going to talk about what the pledge means to them and how they're going to uphold the pledge, and then they're going to sign a link, and then all of the links will be chained together, and so that's what our banner will look like this year, all the chains together. And so we're excited for that work, as always. That should say November Noble Knight Awards. I apologize. Once in a while, very rarely, I will make a mistake. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes I am human. So our November Noble Knight Awards, so I shared at the last meeting that each month we acknowledge staff members that go above and beyond, and that the staff members then have to choose the next recipient. So for the month of November, Miss Zlata Denise was nominated by Liz Rickerfort for Zlata's understanding and empathy with students. Maria Fagiani, special education teacher, was nominated by Steve Saragusa for her always making certain that her students are safe, supported, and seen in the building. Maria works with our LLD population, and so that was a meaningful award. And Miss Heidi Monkowski, our French teacher, she was nominated by Miss Marion Drew because Heidi is a dynamic language teacher who has made an impact on many of her students. And today, Marion shared some of the things that her current students have said about Heidi. And it was just really beautiful to hear and really special for the teachers to have that recognition, especially after adaptive field test training. And then upcoming, please come out and check out our full production, Save Hamlet. I am excited because the English teacher in me can't wait to see the production. Save Hamlet is a unique twist on one of the most famous plays of all time. What if there were people looking out for Hamlet to prevent the tragedy from unfolding? What if those people were a group of women disguised as his male friends? Can these girls outsmart Claudius and Polonius and save Hamlet? So on the 14th and the 15th at 7 p.m., come join us, and I'm sure it'll be an amazing production. And that's it. Thank you.
At this time, I will open it up for public comment on agenda items only. Forward. Finance. Ready, please?
The following finance motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 9, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move. Second.
Questions?
Ms. Amo?
Yes.
Ms. Cristobal? Yes. Ms. Giovanni?
Yes?
Ms. Holmstead?
Yes.
Mr. Sher?
Yes.
Mr. Stampone?
Yes.
Mr. Toad?
Yes.
Ms. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes. Deputy Building and Grounds.
The following building and grounds motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, item 1, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move.
Ms. Amo?
Yes.
Ms. Cristobal?
Yes.
Ms. Giovanni?
Yes?
Ms. Holmstead?
Yes.
Mr. Sher?
Yes.
Mr. Stampone?
Yes.
Mr. Toad?
Yes.
Ms. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes. Personnel, John.
The following personnel motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 16, will be voted upon in one motion.
Second.
Questions?
Ms. Amo?
Yes.
Ms. Cristobal?
Yes.
Ms. Giovanni?
Yes?
Ms. Holmstead?
Yes.
Mr. Sher?
Yes.
Mr. Stampone?
Yes.
Mr. Toad?
Yes.
Ms. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Alicia, curriculum and special ed.
The following curriculum and special education motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 9, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so motion.
Second.
Ms. Amo?
Yes.
Ms. Cristobal? Ms. Giovanni?
Yes?
Ms. Holmstead?
Yes.
Mr. Sher?
Yes.
Mr. Stampone?
Yes.
Mr. Toad?
Yes.
Ms. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes. Mayor, miscellaneous, please.
Sure. The following miscellaneous motions are made at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools. Anything placed on this agenda, items 1 through 6, will be voted upon in one motion, and I so move.
Second.
Ms. Amo?
Yes.
Ms. Griswold?
Yes.
Ms. Giovanni?
Yes.
Ms. Halsted?
Yes.
Mr. Sherrill?
Yes.
Mr. Stampone?
Yes.
Mr. Toth?
Yes.
Ms. Wadowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Keller?
Yes. Okay. Before we read ourselves out, I'd just like to wish everybody a great week. Enjoy your days off. Enjoy the great weather and everything. Good luck for the testing coming up, going forward. Good luck to those who have to administer it and the patients to do it, and to the kids. And I wish you, the board here, would like to take this opportunity to wish you a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Take that time to enjoy with your family, to reflect on all the things that we have to be grateful for and going forward. So we wish you all the best. And we will see you on December 8th. Mayor, did you read?
Public
Oh,
comment.
I'm sorry.
Public comment on non-agenda.
Oh, thank you. Public comment on non-agenda items.
For the record.
Okay? Thank you. People keeping me in check. Okay, go ahead, forward, Mayor.
Okay. There being no further business before this Board of Education, be it resolved that this public meeting, oh my gosh, be adjourned at 8:10.
Yeah.
All in favor?